In this video, we are going to look at transformerlab. It's an open source free LLM and diffusion workspace that can run on your own computers or on the cloud. So you're going to see how you can install it on your computer, or you can use Runpods to spin up a server, spin up a pod, and run transformerlabs on an instance of Runpods. Now, if you're curious about using Runpods, you can go to get.runpod.io/PE48. This will give you a referral bonus starting from $5, and it can go to as high as $500 when you spend your first $10 on Runpod. So you can claim your bonus using my link, and let's get started. So what do we have? We have transformerlabs. It is designed to go beyond what most open LLM and diffusion applications allow. So using transformerlabs, you can obviously download LLMs and diffusion models, and you can use those. You can chat with LLMs, you can generate images with diffusion models, you can calculate LLM embeddings, you can create and download your own datasets for training LLMs and the image models. You can fine tune and train LLMs and diffusion models. You can train your LLMs using RLHF or preference tuning, and you can drag or talk to your documents. So these are some of the developments of transformerlab. So let's get started and try to install it on our systems. Now, installation of transformerlab is pretty easy. If you are on a Mac, you just follow these instructions and you can get it installed on your system. If you're on Windows, you can go ahead and install this on your system. If you're on Linux, it's easy as well. Since I'm on my Windows, I can go ahead and run this and download this transformerlab, run the installer, and then get started. So after installation, you'll be able to open up transformerlab, and you will be able to see that. So you will have on the left local engines, and you can connect to the remote engine as well. Okay, so local engine is used to run it on your system. Once you press connect, it is going to check all these. So first step would be to check if server is installed, then to check the current version of transformerlab, check if conda is installed, check if conda transformerlab exists environment, and if the Python dependencies are installed, and check if the transformerlab engines are running, and check for important plugins. So all this, and you will get this home page. Now it's pretty easy. You can go to foundation here and download different models here. So if you don't have the models, you can go to the model store or model zoo here. You can go to the model zoo, search for example, you can search for llama here, and you can click on llama, and you can download these models. Now, if you'd observe, some of the models here are gated, which means you would need the access token of Hugging Face to download these models. Now, in order to get the access token, you can go to huggingface.co, and then you can click on access token here, confirm your identity, and then you can get one access token. So let me take this access token. I already have one, so I'm going to invalidate this and refresh, and get this access token and put it on the computer, put it on settings, I think. Yeah, put it on settings, and then go to the Hugging Face credentials, put the user access token, and click on save. Now, if the access token is working, we'll see our green here, login to Hugging Face is a success here. Now you can go to model zoo, and you can try to download the system, download the LLM. So I can say llama, and you can see that these gated models, you can download those models now. Once you download, you will be able to see those models here. Now, once we have that model, let's go ahead and check it out. So you click on select here, and then you would need a plugin known as Fast Chat to chat with these models. Now, the way this system has been designed is it's using different plugins. So for example, you can see these different plugins which are available. So Fast Chat Server is one plugin that I would be using to interact with the LLM here, and you can get all other plugins, for example, llama or ollama server plugin, VLLM server. We have these trainer plugins as well. You'll see one demo as well, how to train your own LLM. And then there are the generator plugins. We have evaluator plugins. We have exporter plugins, diffusion plugins, RAG plugins. There's so many different plugins. Now, it's a very beautiful system. Instead of installing all the plugins, we just need to download the very plugin that is required for your job, thereby making the system very lightweight, and it's so easy to use. We have foundation. We selected the model, and then we click on run. Once it is running, you'll see on the top that this is running. Once it's running, you can go to interact and interact with the model. Okay, you can go to interact with the model, and you can say, how are you? And you can see that it's using llama 3.21 billion instruct to give you this message. Now, for the other set of buttons that we have here. For those explanations, I'm going to close this and I'm going to go to the instance that is running on Runpods, because that would make me allow to load a larger LLM. Once you go to Runpods, I already have one instance running, but I'm going to close this. I'm going to show you from the start. So I reset and stop the pod here. And once I stop the pod, I can go to terminate the pod here. So what you can do is now you can go to the pods here inside console.runpods.io once you have logged in through my link. And then you go to, for example, A4T, which is 48 GB VRAM. It's about $0.4 per hour. And click on edit templates and increase the size of container and disk volume. You can put this port of 8339 and the exposed TCP port of 22. You can click on set overrides and you can go down and click on deploy on demand. Now once this pod is running, you can start this up, but you can go to the help or documentation of Transformer Labs. You can go to this link of install in the cloud, and you can see that to install Transformer Labs as a server, SSH into your network device or access the terminal and run the following command. Now this simple command curl https transformerlabs.ai install.sh in the bash script will help you install and do all the things that is necessary. So this script will attempt to download the project, install Mini4s, and then install the conda environment for Transformer Labs, and then finally it will install the Python dependencies as well. So you can go to Runpods here. It's running here. You can start this web terminal as well. If you start up the web terminal, you can click on open web terminal. This will open the web terminal that will help you access that. So you can see, for example, the config. If you want to see the config and NVIDIA SMI, you can see that we have 46 GB GPU here, and we have the CUDA version of 12.8. That's pretty good. So let's get started. So here what we're going to do is I just need to run this command. So this is curl Transformer Labs. So the step 1 says start, curl is installed, and you can see that step 2, it's extracting all the dependencies that is required. It's pretty fast when you do on Runpods because it's amazing, blazingly fast GPUs. So it's installing, it's linking, and it's finished. Conda is installed, Mamba is installed, and you can see that step 2 is complete. Step 3 is installing all the dependencies that is required. It's done. The next step, as you can see, is to cd into this folder. So transformer.src, and you can paste in and go to that folder. And then what you can do is run this simple script. So .run.sh. So you can go and paste in here. Now I want to run it in a specific port, 8339, the very port that I have on or started here. I can see HTTP service here, 8339. Now I can press enter. This will start the service, this server on the 8339 port. So it's trying to install, trying to get everything ready. Seems like it's a success. Now what you can do is you can go to my pods and you can click on this HTTP service here. You click the service, you will see that you'll be brought to the same. So you'll see that you will be brought to the same homepage of the Transformer Labs. Now you can toggle this night mode on, and now it's good. So we don't have any models as of now. We of course would want to add the Hugging Face credentials here or access token here. So if I go to Hugging Face, fine grain, and invalidate and refresh and get a new token and put it here, click on save. This will successfully log into Hugging Face. Now if I go to Model Zoo and try different models, so Llama is one of the huge and beautiful providers. So you can go to, for example, this one, Llama 3.1 8 billion instruct. You can download this. So this will download the model. Now on your system it could be slow, but on Runpods, as you can see, it's pretty fast. 15 GB of model in just a few seconds. So once we have this model download, we cannot directly use it because we need some plugins to use it. So if we go to foundation, now we can see that I have that model that has been downloaded. If I go and try on select and try to run this, you will be able to see that you do not have an install inference engine that is compatible with the model. And go to plugins and install an inference engine. So let's go to plugins. So it also says that FastChat is a good default for systems with a GPU. Let's go to plugins here and greetings. Let's go to FastChat server, install this. There are so many different plugins we will see and try to install a few of them, but the first is FastChat server. This is installed. Now you can go to foundation models and you should be able to see that, yeah, we can now use FastChat. There are different other inference engines as well. If you have other engines, you'll be able to see those in the drop down here. So I can go to run, click on run. This will start up your model, which is your Llama 3.1 8 billion instruct. Once this model is loaded, you'll be able to go to interact and interact with the model here. Okay, congratulations on running your first model. Now you can go to interact, query docs and embeddings tab to chat with it. So I can go to interact. So this is the model loaded 8.1 instruct. I can go ahead and ask what is the capital of India. Okay, so you can see that the capital of India is New Delhi. How are you? I'm just a language model. It's pretty good. Okay, apart from the basic chat that we have seen, there are various capabilities of transformerlab. So if you go to interact, there are different options apart from the chat, and you can see we have completions. Put in a simple sentence, it will complete everything for you. So for example, once upon a time, or you can just leave it at once upon a, and you can see that it completes it. So this is completion. We have model activation, model architecture. You can see the architecture of the model. You can see that Llama 3.2 1 billion instruct is this big architecture. You can query docs, you can paste in docs here, and again ask questions on the docs. That's a RAG capability. You can do tool callings, which is in progress. Next, we can see that we have train here. So in the train category, what you can do is that you can train the model or fine-tune the model. So for example, if you take this Llama 3.2 1 billion instructs and you can take the dataset here, you can train your model on this dataset. So you can put in a name here. I'm going to use this model, and this is my dataset here. The dataset template is this. We're putting prompt as the instruction. So these are the fields which are available on the Databricks Dolly 15K dataset. This dataset has 4 different categories. You can choose the prompt as instruction. You can choose the generation as the response. Using this formatting, if you save this template and then you start your training, you'll be able to generate a new LLM, which you can use it to query. So that's it for another video, but this is the train aspect of the LLM as well. You can paste in all the documents here, and using these documents you can generate different data sets as well. So for example, I paste in one document and you can see that I'm able to find or make this data set. So for example, I pasted this document of Gemma embeddings, embedding gemma.pdf, and you can see that we have this input and the output here. So we are able to easily make different data sets, and we can use this data set to fine tune the model. Okay, so we have already seen model zoo. Here we have different models that are available for downloads. Of course, you can put in the repo ID here to download from directly a Hugging Face, and that's easy. You can import local models here as well. Talking about datasets, we have this dataset store. So these are some of the datasets that they've already integrated, but if you have your own datasets, you can click on generated datasets. This is a dataset that I have generated for my own purpose. We have local datasets which have been downloaded from this store. I've downloaded Databricks, which is 15K lines of data, and this open web text of 10K. These can be used for fine-tuning of models under the train tab. Now we have APIs as well. So all these things has been made into a simplistic API where we have different endpoints, and you can use this API to do different automation stuffs. Logs, this will give you all the activity that you have done. Plugins, as I've already seen, there are different plugins. These are actually required to do different sorts of activities. For example, if you're trying to run your LLM using VLLM server, we need to have this installed. If you're trying to use Ollama models from Ollama, we need to use this plugin here. So trainer plugins. So the basic trainer plugin that I've used is this LLM LoRa trainer, and if you have this installed, you can go to train and you can start up the training setup. That will be for another video. We have Onslaught GPRO trainer as well. We have generator plugins, different plugins. We have evaluator plugins. We have exporter plugins. We have diffusion plugins. We have RAG plugins. So you can install this and then you can start your RAG setup. So for doing the RAG, you can go to interact and then you can go to the query docs RAG here. Paste in the documents or upload the files that you want to do RAG on, and then you can start asking questions here and you can get the response here. Now if you go to computer, you can see that all the GPU specs. So this computer, local computer, is 8 GPU. Acceleration is on, cloudai is on, cloudai version is 12.8, Python MPS is no. We have this operating system of Linux and WSL, and you can see that these are different space. We're using a Python version of 3.11.13, and you can see that these are the Python libraries that I have. You can go to this documentation page as well to get more of such examples, and I'll bring in another video. The next video would be how to fine tune a model. It's pretty interesting, that how to save that model to Hugging Face, inference with that model, and then share the model with the rest of the world. So that's it. I hope you like this transformer lab. It's amazing. I've been using this for a couple of days. Watch this next video on embedding Gemma. This is an interesting one, and I'll see you there. Don't forget to sign in to Runpods using my link in the description.